Hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build, which is basically very Greek and very summary. It started well as a restaurant and then it ended up as a restaurant, a pool bar, and like some sort of hotel building. I don't know. Um, Basically, a few weeks ago, me and my boyfriend went for vacation, and we've seen many like small buildings like that. And he was constantly rambling about the architect and all of these things, and I was like, just kill me. So when we came home, I had to film 4 speed builds, and I have few ideas, but then again, I did not have 4 of them. So I was like, do you have any idea on what I could possibly like do as a speed build? And he's like, what do you want? I don't know, like I feel like a restaurant, something summery. I don't know. I just want something that resembles summer. So I know that few of you are starting school soon, or you've already started, like I don't know. Just bear with me, it's still summer. Few people are still sliding around and surfing and doing things. So when we came from vacation, I told him that I want a build, and he was like, okay. And we found like I got few things in my mind, and I tried to use them. I needed few of them. And you will see them, you already saw them, I don't recall when this video goes up, whatever, shut up. So he was like, you know what I can do? And I'm like, oh no, what? And he was like, we can do like those things that we saw, like similar buildings. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I can do this. And he was like, no, I want to do them. Like, okay, sure, no problem. And I was like, inside of me kinda dying, because even though, you know, he's a designer, so he knows what he's doing with sort of his designs, and he gets annoying sometimes. The thing is, he's not that well aware of the game and where everything is, and that is annoying. And sometimes I get so pissed, and I barely hold myself to be like, that's not how you do it, that's not there. So I just let him do like the first part, basically. And after a while I basically started doing it, because I was just like, you're just taking forever, let me do it and tell me what I'm doing wrong. And oh boy, he did. I will explain a bit later, but yeah, oh boy, he did. Like, I'm not complaining, I really like the final outlook. Right now it's basically the base of it. It will completely like change when I'll start doing it, because I had few ideas how it can become better. So that's what I did. I used them. He went for right now, like he went for the, enclosed like small alleyways look. And because all of these buildings basically are surrounded with another buildings, and they're very tiny alleyways and few big squares in the middle of them, he got that feeling, like he wanted to create that feeling, so that's why he plopped that wall there. Just trying to explain what he did. But to be honest, I think more of how something will look good in the game rather than how it basically looks in reality, to be completely honest here. So I'm like, at a moment, I was not in the room. At the moment, I was, I think, somewhere off the house and reading like my book and playing on my phone to just not be like you're doing everything wrong. I hate it. So yeah. So this is the part basically that I took everything in, my hands, I think. I'm not completely sure, maybe. I feel like that, yeah, since I removed the wall. So when I came on, I'm like, why that wall is there? So he explained me that, and I'm like, that does not look good in the gallery. That does not look good in the gallery. Gallery, that will look terrible. So basically, I'm very like bossy, and I want things to be done in my way. And I'm like, just give it to me and tell me what's wrong. So I removed the wall, and what you're seeing now, it's basically the base of what you might saw in the thumbnail. I think it turned out amazing. I'm really in love with it. Like, I just look at it and I'm like, yes, this looks way better than I basically hoped. So basically there is that mill square that these buildings have. And all the other ones are basically small alleyways surrounded by other buildings, and the small squares are basically some sort of parks on the islands, if you want to call it like that. Not really though, but just a bit. And this is where people basically gathered, as he told me. I didn't know that. Like, I'm not a history geek. I know nothing from history almost. So yeah, I kept that idea, and we placed few tables on the outside, and the restaurant is basically a 2-floor restaurant with few things in the upper balcony, as you're seeing it right now. And the one that is basically on the side will be a place for the staff. And by that I mean there will be the kitchen, and there will be a place for the waiters to clean and dispose things and get plates and stuff like that. So one fun fact, I was like changing a few things here and there and tried to make it look appealing in the gallery. And in one point he was like, the stairs are not like that in these islands. And I'm like, why? Because this is how they build them. And I'm like, yeah, but it will look better with that. And he's like, this is not how it is on architecture point. I'm like, can I just kill you right now? Like, can I slap you? Yeah, it's very interesting to try and build something together when both of the people like have different perspectives. Like, he knows the architecture point, and I'm like, it does not look good in the gallery, it will look horrible. Bro, that does not look good. That does not look appealing. And at one point he was like, those buildings are squares. I'm like, oh, okay, so you've made something that is not a square. I'm like, not all of them were squares. And he's like, yeah, but they did not have like separate rooms. The rooms were divided by columns or, by walls. And I'm like, whatever, it's not the end of the world. And he's like, yeah, that architecture, though, was not that advanced at that point that these buildings were built. I'm like, shut up, it's renovated. Like, basically that was my justice for everything. Shut up, it's renovated. I don't care. It looks better. So, yeah, it was very interesting. It was very interesting. So, that front bit, as you're seeing there, that little square, will be a pool bar and will have a small pool. I felt like that gave more the whole summery vibe. And of course I've carried around with, I guess I should probably say, the whole white and blue vibe, and I tried to keep that even though few parts are modernized. So, it has a lot of colors. Like, I tried to add a lot of colors to it apart from blue, just to make it, a bit more colorful. And those flowers, oh boy, they trouble me so much to actually put them in the specific place that they needed to be placed. So it was very annoying, because I didn't really like how, the wood was that out, I was like, that does not look good. No, that does not look good. Plus, I really, really hated how those, floorings looked all the same. I'm like, that does not look good, babe. And he's like, that's how it is, I'm like, I don't care, it does not look good. So I changed a few of them. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Like, the ones that are wrapper will be a different color, a different shade. I don't care. Basically, that was my answer for about everything. I don't care. Yeah, it was very interesting. If you were from one point, you would be probably laughing. I don't know, with me, with you, I don't know. So that tall building in the back and that small is basically a hotel, like some sort of hotel, apartments to rent. It's a rental place in your mind and in my mind. So it was basically the bottom. Like, you will see, like, why I'm telling you that right now, you will see. So I tried to create, something interesting. That whole thing was white, so I felt like that does not look good, like a whole white thing. And specifically, since it is a restaurant, I feel like it needs something to add that whole ambience. If you are basically just going to visit it, or if you decided to run it as an owner of it, I feel like it does not look good, so I need some ambience around it. So that's why those went there, and I feel like it really gives the whole little thing on the building, and I really like that. Plus, the thing in the front, I don't know, but each and every time the camera goes there, I honestly think it looks like a church. Straight up, it looks like a church. So the interiors are mostly renovated, I would say, especially for the restaurant. Like, almost everything in this area, some parts of the apartments, I guess, are not that renovated. Because I feel like they need to have, that old tone to them. So there's that. What else do I want to say? I don't really know. I was just trying to be honest to make it look cool during the night. And you know what? Like, tickles my giggles? The fact that they like, hey, here you are, backyard stuff, it's summer. There you go, backyard stuff, hooray! And they're like, you know what? We will not add lunch chairs to basically, lunch in the pool and enjoy the sun. No, we're not adding that. Don't be stupid. And I think that's something that Sims 3 base game had. And I feel like they had an opportunity to add it with perfect patio. They didn't. They had an opportunity to add it with backyard stuff. They didn't. Like, why the F are they waiting for? So I tried to basically create something like some sort of lounge chairs, but I couldn't really fit 3 tall things. So I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'll just put like small tables in between and they can just hang out there. I don't care. That was my justice for everything while I was doing that. I don't care. Does it look good? Yes. Then I don't care. That was my whole motto when I was doing that. I don't care. So my original concept was to basically do that some sort of both kitchen and dining spot, and then do the back only as a separate as a separate building in total. And on the side one, I felt like it would be a nice idea to just be another like building as house, not apartments. So I tried that. The thing is that didn't really work. It was a very tight space, and the thing is that the lot is huge. So I feel like one chef is not enough in that specific build. I felt like, you know what, no matter what, we need 2 chefs. So I decided to basically grab that spot too and make it as a kitchen. So that is what I did. And then I think I added something as a cellar. I'm not completely like 100% correct with that. Like, I don't really recall what I did. But there is basically a spot for the staff to dispose things, and I added like a tea thing, I added ice cream, plus I added coffee. I felt like all of these things were important, specifically the ice cream, because all of these buildings are based on an island and they get, you know, many people, visitors, on a summer day. So yeah. So what did I put there? Oh, okay, I'm happy. So I did put like nectar. Nice. I was not completely sure. Because to be honest, like, not to be honest, just a little fun fact, the name of the building as you're currently seeing it like above you or below you, it depends if you're in a full screen or if you're not, or if you're just hearing that. Meanwhile, you're doing something completely different. Maybe you're painting, maybe you're building yourself, maybe, I don't know what you're doing, whatever. It is like a wine from a Greek island. And he thought of it. He's like, oh, you know, and they have a great name. And meanwhile, he was editing like the rest of the building videos, because I had to do a few other things to make all videos, like 1 month worth of videos done in 1 week. I had to do way more other stuff, so he was editing them. He was like, how are you calling this building? Like, I'm not calling them, I just like think of them at the moment that I have to publish them. And he's like, oh, okay. And he was so excited when he got the idea to basically build that, and he even found a name of a wine. So I felt like, you know, wine cellars would be kind of stupid if I happened to have them, since the whole name of the restaurant is basically a name of a wine. So, you know. What else? I don't recall. Like, honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't recall. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. That's what I should have probably said. I honestly don't know. I plopped a few things around like that little square as tables, but then again I will add a few extra decorations, because usually those squares are packed, but they are packed with both people and like small stands, and you know, people who sell stuff, like random stuff, or basically they also sell, you know, traditional stuff, you know, in like small booths and such. So I couldn't really do that, so I had to basically occupy like that little square somehow. So yeah, here are the toilets that, to be honest, are not that big. If you actually think of how many dining spots this restaurant has, it has only 2 toilets, one for a male and one for a female. So that will be a problem that I didn't really foresee, but hey, we don't care about it. Basically I do kinda, but what can you do now? It's already in the gallery. Like, the time you're seeing that, it's already in the gallery. The time I'm filming that, it's not in the gallery. That's set up. I used few fish tanks. I felt like they would make sense, but then again I deleted them because it was like cutting off the space. It was an island and I did want to use fish tanks, but they were extremely big. I didn't really think to use like bowl of fish, to be honest. I should have thought of that. Why didn't I? So basically the dining spots, even though they are a lot, they're not that big. We have a 4 3-spaced ones. Basically they're scattered around, if you want to call it like that. I didn't want to overcram them because things get packed in restaurants, and I just wanted to have open space for your sim and the waiters to basically walk around. and do stuff. And I felt like that was kind of important. And since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tables, if I'm not completely mistaken and I missed one, no, I felt like they need to be basically scattered around, so not packed in one small place. So here is like the little hotel, restaurant, however you wanna call it. And the one thing next to it is basically a breakfast thing, because usually restaurants like, you know, small operations, no, businesses, I don't know, however you actually call them, have a small room or something like that for you to dine there. And I felt like I could not add that nowhere. And because the actual apartments have no stove or a small kitchen or anything like that, I felt like that was necessary, and in real life there would be a space like that. Since they have, you know, no stove, no fridge and stuff like that. So the one next door is basically a breakfast room, if you want to call it so, like so. And I don't know, I just liked it, and I carried around the blue theme. I felt like that would make kind of sense. It just a bit sense, you know. I feel like that was kind of cute to carry around. To even if you are in a small, like, a small space like that, you could still like feel that you are in an island. You know, the whole vibe would give it away. Plus I added, you know, the small keys. I felt like that was a cute touch, because always somewhere they got to store the keys that they actually give you for the room that you rented. So I felt like that was kind of cute, even though I ended up having 2 rooms, and on the one up top there is basically the house of the owner in my mind. So that's what I did, just letting you know. Here are the rooms. They tend to be a bit small. They actually don't have a bathroom. Yeah. Where do these guys be? Oh, please don't tell me that the entire lot I just added one bathroom. Oh my god, the realization. I added in this entire lot one bathroom? Like, why nobody stopped me? That's gonna be horrible. I have to add a bathroom somewhere. I cannot recall for the love of God that I've added another bathroom. I'm completely sure. Oh no, there is one on the owner's apartment. Yay me. I need to add another bathroom. But where? Like, there's no space. The struggle is real. I don't know, but when you download it, there will be like an external bathroom, I think. Like, that cannot be happening. Like, one bathroom? What? No, that's stupid. That makes no sense. So yeah, there will be a thing that you haven't really seen. So here is like the small kitchen that I told you. I used the thing that came with Get Together, because even if you decide to basically buy that as an owner, you can just make someone, you know, operate this little thing and still get the money from it, which I feel like it's great. And I did not use dining tables nowhere in the lot apart from the actual dining restaurant, because they will basically operate as tables for people to sit down and claim. So that's why I'm using counters everywhere. So yeah, here is the small apartment of the owner of, you know, this building, I guess. It has nothing special, to be completely honest. It's just a very, very tiny apartment that he basically just goes there and sleeps during the night, maybe prepares a coffee and, I don't know, a grilled cheese to eat before he leaves. There's that. There's honestly nothing special to eat. And I don't recall if I do anything else. I think, if I'm not completely wrong, I might be doing a few small changes in the pool bar. But I won't put my hand on fire like for that. I don't know. Oh yeah, I did stuff here. I felt like they were needed, it was pretty blank. So I just tried to add more of that whole vibe and to make it look a bit more like inviting and not just weird floor. And here's me trying to put a slide. I feel like, a slide would be kinda cute, and then I was like, it makes no sense, it fits nowhere. I really wanted a small slide. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, bro. That ain't gonna happen. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I added a few flowers because I wanted to have something in those small streets. I think I would probably add a bit of a thing there, like a small bathroom there, I guess. I don't have anywhere else to put it. Oh jeez. And I wanted to basically add something in that area. I felt like that wall was pretty blank, and that thing with the flowers that I ended up doing, I felt like that was so cute, and so colorful, and I don't know, for a reason it felt very islandy, if that is a word, I don't know. So this is the build. As I already told you, it's pretty Greek, it's pretty summery, it's pretty if I might call it like that. I really like it. I'm very happy with the outcome. I hope that you will like it too. So if you want to download it, there will be a link in the description down below that it will take you to the origin, and you can download it from there, or you can search my username, which again, it's the exact same as here. So thank you so much for watching, and as I already told you, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you will have an amazing day, and take care. Bye.